The Wall Street Journal has lots of eyes on it, and if you read yesterday's edition, you might have noticed a familiar Northwest Ohio name on one of the pages. Republican State Representative Josh Williams providing his explanation for why more minority voters picked Donald Trump in the election last week. Michael Sandlin joins us in studio with more. Michael, first of all, is Williams' claim true?
Well, Kaylee, I took a look at the AP's exit poll data, and while a majority of non-white Americans continued to vote blue in this election cycle, roughly half of Latino men did vote for Trump, and about 3 in 10 black men voted for him as well, which is double the number he got in 2020. So I sat down with Representative Williams to get his take on what led to these big demographic shifts. Josh Williams isn't surprised by the results of the election, but he is surprised by what he's hearing from Democrats that's followed their defeat.
I just saw political pundits doubling down, saying that this is proof that America is misogynistic, that voters, especially minority voters, should self-evaluate and look internally as to why they selected a fascist like Donald Trump. Before they were dismissing the voice of minorities, but now they're actually dismissing their vote.
It was this frustration that led to Williams and his team reaching out to the Wall Street Journal, writing in his op-ed that he doesn't believe it was racism, misogyny, or fascism that led to Trump's victory, but rather it came down to Republicans having a message that spoke more clearly to the common man and the country's current struggles.
The Donald Trump campaign proposed solutions for everyday problems that black Americans, just like every other American, are dealing with. Right? These are blue-collar workers that were struggling to put food on the table, struggling to pay their rent or their mortgage or their car note, provide for their children. And instead of getting solutions from the Harris Walz campaign, they were getting Megan Thee Stallion.
In his article, Williams wrote he believes Democrats are simply out of touch, saying that when he goes to his local barbershop here in town, they're not talking about identity politics, they're discussing Jeep jobs, inflation, and crime. And he says until Democrats change their messaging, focusing less on culture wars and more on ground-level issues, more and more of the minority vote will keep slipping away.
And don't just assume that we are going to vote as a bloc, because this presidential race demonstrated that minority votes in America can swing an election.
I reached out to local Democratic leaders to get their take on what Williams had to say. I was able to get on a call with Toledo City Council member Sir Sandra McPherson, who says she's still processing the results, but she doesn't claim to understand them.
The numbers are what they are. African-American young men that voted for Trump believe that they were better off when he was president. What that looks like, it is baffling to me.
You can read Williams' entire article over on our website right now. Additionally, according to the Council on American Islamic Relations, Trump actually beat Harris with Muslim voters as well, winning 21% of the Muslim vote to her 20%. CARE's government affairs director chalked up the loss to deep illusionment with the war in Gaza. In studio, I'm Michael Sandlin for WTOL 11.